Good evening, everyone. I am Palmy here, joined with good new commentator Vincent. How you doing, Vincent?
I am good. I am ready to watch some 100%. I mean, it doesn't. It's definitely my favorite category in Super Metroid. So I'm excited to watch some good runs tonight.
Same here. I'm looking forward to it. Another good one with Gill and ptoil. So I'm I'm at loss for words. After having that earlier one when I commentated with Sephi, I am just absolutely ready to go. So
Yeah, I unfortunately didn't get a chance to watch it tonight, or watch it earlier. I teach with a marching band, so I was a little bit busy tonight. Amazing we were in person, which is great to actually have that during COVID. But it kept me away from being able to watch some Metroid. But so I'm really excited to be able to watch this tonight.
same here. Well, without further ado, I guess we're just gonna wait for the countdown and we'll see what we got. It's been a while since I've gotten to check out Gill and ptoil, so I'm very interested to see how things are going.
Yeah, these are both runners that hey, if anyone watching, make sure you follow these guys and give them some love for racing this for us. It's a lot of work to get prepared and run these.
Ah. I'll be just a quick second here. It looks like we didn't actually get a restreamer in with our thing.
Well, that makes things a little difficult.
Um,
Yeah, so definitely good luck to both runners. This tournament's I love 100%. The category is awesome.
yes, I will do my best and get a few things worked out. I apologize for the technical difficulties.
2020, the year of technology and technical difficulties happening every time.
All right, we'll be just a few minutes while I get a few things straightened out. So we're going to let you guys enjoy some music, and we will be here in just a moment. right, sorry about those technical difficulties. Just some slight things going on, but not a worry. We are ready to get started here.
All right. Again, sorry for the delay. Just 2020 and technology. It's always a nightmare.
I can completely agree with that. All right, we're just waiting for the race to get started here.
Remember, that's a good call. Just blame everything on COVID right now.
All right, a little bit of desync going on here, but not a worry. It's just Series Station right now. And Kirito should be able to get that synced up when both runners are ready to go. So, welcome everyone. Sorry for the bit of delay to the Super Metroid 100% tournament with Gill versus ptoil. Ptoil. I'm going to butcher that because that's a lot of alliteration there. And it's going to be a fantastic night. Got some good runs to look forward to. Gill and ptoil, I believe, are fairly equal in speedrunning abilities and skill.
But they're fairly close. So, hopefully we'll see. Hopefully we'll see a good race here.
Indeed. And looks like Gill is going to make some pretty good time. Looks like he's going to get a good 44-32 for good old Gill, and ptoil with a 44-72. So
real close.
Pretty
start.
Good times.
Almost in sync. Here we go. So you've seen these runners before, right, Palmy?
I have, yes. ptoil has been a long-standing community member in the Super Metroid world for quite some time, and so is Gill. I haven't got to watch a lot on Gill of lately. I can't just watch all the runners, but he is, as you can see, pretty dang good. That nice, classy Moonfall ptoil opting just to go and, kind of just fall right down, nice, comfy. Seems like ptoil is feeling pretty relaxed.
A little bit of the Mary Poppins. That's obviously going to make a little bit of an early difference here.
Indeed. And good old tech getting down here. No bounces from Gill, making good smooth moves to get our first missile.
He's got the mock ball out. Gill looks like he has some really well-practiced movement here. Definitely paying off into extending the lead a little bit.
And I believe you are correct. While I look at some good scores here, so I have some good talking points, because it has been quite a while, having been retired for quite some time. Both runners are just overall fantastic. I already know that they're in fairly high of a class in their particular ranking, so I'm expecting easy sub 130, easy sub 120s from these guys, no problem.
Yeah, that seems pretty accurate. Oh, and this is a room that can make a difference. And our Gill with a slight little hitch there, lost a couple of seconds.
And ptoil making it look easy, catching right back up to Gill, making it look smoother than butter.
Movement is everything.
Absolutely, especially in this game it is. But while I'm searching up on some information, I'm still looking for stuff on Gill. It's been a good hot while since I remember all of his stuff, but ptoil, oh boy. ptoil has got some pretty impressive track records, being a fantastic member of the community for quite some time.
Yeah, I found his time. It was a 123 is his PB on 100%. Love to see something close to that tonight. Couldn't find one for Gill, but he said in chat it was like about a 127, so they're pretty close, and that's obviously just going to come down to well, I mean, cooperation from Fantoon, of course, but movement in those difficult areas for sure.
Absolutely. And both runners, as far as I know, and again, I have seen Gill, but it's been quite a while, so I'm de-rusting my brain a little bit here, but both ptoil and Gill have some really clean movements in their mid and late games, if my memory serves. And it looks like, since I've been away, it looks like their early game has quite improved indeed. Staying right within about a room to 2 rooms of each other, I'd say this is looking to shape up good. Early game, there isn't a whole lot of variance. There isn't change. It's kind of just the standard for about the first 10 to 15 minutes of the game, and usually after crate and after getting your early grapple, that's when we'll start to see a lot of the good movement tech and a really good paying attention of your controls that's going to come into play a factor.
Yes, for sure. And also potential route differences and whether or not you're a early croc or a new route.
Indeed. So I actually don't really know what they're going to tick here. I have an idea of what ptoil may take, but Gill is a complete random. So I'm very curious to see what their decisions are going to be later on. For right now, it looks like Gill has managed to sync right back up with ptoil, getting a little bit of etching on him with getting some items, but I think that's going to stay the case for quite a while.
ptoil's had some pretty clean movement, and it makes a big difference. I mean, they're one item fanfare apart from each other right now. That's not much separation at all.
Yeah, but I'd say it's looking closer to about 6. Ooh, that beautiful return mock ball.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's the difference that trick can make. Like they're now, he's right on him. Oh, look at that. We got a synced door transition. All right.
Been seeing a lot of those lately. These pairings we've had for the matches have been nothing short of, wow, that was almost perfect. Nothing short of absolutely impressive.
Yeah, I hope this is the same for the stream, but this is pretty much synced up here. This is awesome.
I could not agree anymore. I'm thinking we're going to be seeing a lot of good stuff here tonight.
Gil got a little bit cleaner through that weave and grabbed a slight advantage, but movement and clarity, ptoil got that charge beam at the same time.
Oh yeah, so it's going to be standard, and looks like both runners opting to not get that one particular missile there. Always a good call, because you're going to be coming back and cleaning up Big Pink later anyway. So some people end up getting it early just because, some people have that any percent mindset where they're just used to grabbing that for any percent, and some people are used to more running 100%. So it kind of depends on runner's favorite. Again, I don't have a lot of info on Gil on what he seems familiar with, but from what it looks like, he's very, very well versed, like ptoil, in the 100% category.
Yeah, for sure.
Love to see it. That is right, chat.
Yeah, and for sure, that's a. I think it's like a 2-second difference.
That's right.
Grabbing that missile later, and that's something if you don't know the route well, if you don't know the 100% category well, yeah, you're gonna potentially make that mistake and lose that time.
Ooh, Gil with that slight low missile.
Oh, and supers early, or depending on your routing, being down supers can make things a little bit more difficult along the way.
Oh yeah, so any wasted super early game is gonna hurt you, because you want to have all of your ammo practically planned out, so any missed shots, it's going to really hurt. That cack attack bringing him back up to a comfy 3, so he can do a little bit, but thankfully, if they go to crate first, which it's looking like that's going to be the case, you'll get their good very soon. Well, it should be. It is. Yeah, 100%. Tired Pony, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta love it. Ooh.
Both of them getting through pretty clean here. ptoil has got just a little bit of advantage, but we're in the same room right now. All right, let's see if they both get this quick kill here. Synced up health.
Now that's a lot of sync.
Right. Toil's got it, and Gil's got it. All right, good. Hate seeing them miss that. Hate seeing them miss that along the way.
The KQK. Nothing hurts worse than a KQK, but we're dealing with some top tier runners, so I would expect nothing less from either Gil or ptoil to not miss that. They're doing fantastic. What part of the screen is behind it? Jumanji, totally feel you there.
Feels like some of Toil's movement is just a little bit cleaner, but every once in a while he's got a little bit of a hitch that's letting Gil catch up.
Yeah, it's going to be that way for quite some early time with these two guys. I know that they're really, really close, and seeing those trade-offs is interesting. Ooh, Gil opting to take his time getting those kills in them. Interesting choices. It's mid right just above the top. Yeah, I think you're right.
I feel like he just didn't get cooperated with there, so it kind of, his first missile didn't take everything out because not everything connected to him, so I made it a little bit slower, but we're both on the elevator together.
Indeed. So Vincent, what are some of your predictions for this match based on what you're seeing thus far?
So again, it looks really close, but I feel like it looks like ptoil has just a little bit cleaner movement at times, and I think that's going to potentially give him the advantage. But looking at this, I don't think. I mean, obviously, it's going to depend on what we get out of Fantoon and what patterns they get. But I have a feeling if their patterns are similar, this will be close. Like maybe within, if this continues, this kind of movement, maybe within 30 seconds.
I can agree with you there. At least my early prediction is that I think ptoil is going to have a lot of edge. He's a very well-versed runner, been in the community for a very long time, very well practiced, and spends a lot of time with a lot of the top tiers. So typically is pretty well brushed up. Again, my knowledge on Gill isn't as polished as I would like it to be, but since I do know the name and I am somewhat familiar of Gill's existence, I know that he still competes with top runners in different races all the time. So I'm expecting good things from both, but I think ptoil's movement, at least in early games, seems to be far cleaner. Although it looks like Gill can pull out some pretty sick movement when he gets his focus back.
Yeah, I mean, here we are back to within an item fanfare again. So he's keeping it close. And some like there, he had cleaner movement out of that area, so he made up a little bit of ground.
Indeed.
ptoil got hung up just a little bit there. Now we're a lot closer. Oh, both runners missed that first jump.
Oh, ptoil. Getting cacked. Oh, that is a rough bit to happen when you get cacked. Oh, the jump's mind gaming him hard. Oh, you hate to see it.
Come on, ptoil. Okay, good. Got through now. So that's going to get a little bit of advantage to Gill. So now he's going to have to rely on that clean movement in a lot of other areas to catch up, opting not to farm there.
Yeah, the return farm is probably going to be the best optimal thing to do here anyway, regardless, since coming back, if you can get that speed booster and get your blue suit right on that stack of enemies on that left tube once you're out of here, you usually can get a pretty good quick stack. Both runners pretty solid on ammo. I mean, that's slightly less than ideal, but 3 is still manageable. So either way, it looks like they're in both good shape, but it looks like Gill, if he can maintain the pace, I think he can kind of keep it up. We'll have to see. But like Vincent was saying, there's a lot of factors, especially one of the bigger ones is going to be Fantune and what RNG decides to do with them at that point and how they'll be able to handle it.
Well, and plus,
a lot of good factors.
Plus, if they can have, if they go for the Doppler strategy, if they hit it and get Fantune down in 2 patterns, obviously that makes a huge difference too.
Agreed. And I agree with Jumanji here in chat here, saying, quote, I think it's going to come down to mistakes like that. They both look really sharp, so consistency is probably huge. That I agree with. The consistency of their movement and how well they can keep their pace up without having too much variance and slowness and getting too quick and slowing back down again. Having that consistent pace is what's going to ultimately give them the edge. Ooh, ptoil with both the miss super and the miss jump.
He's just had a couple of wall jumps like that have kind of hung him up a little bit here, but
yeah, maybe we could attribute it to the late night stream, or maybe just a little bit of de-energizing. Ooh, and Gill missing the jump.
That,
oh man.
So if ptoil makes this, it's going to make up quite a bit of space.
Absolutely.
Oh, yep. Just a door transition behind now.
Kids, this is why you always must sleep before you Super Metroid. It is good habit to have rest before Metroid. Or if you're just waking up before Metroid, because oh boy, those crumblies in the eye, they sure can make things a little entertaining when you're trying to do stuff. I know that for a fact.
100%. Oh, both the category and facts here. All right, come on, ptoil, get out of there. All right. It's getting a little worried for him there.
Yeah, it feels like he's shaking off a little bit of rust, maybe a little bit of that morning grog. Maybe needs a good old cup of joe to help keep things going along. Just kind of like my old boy Rom Scout as a friend. So definitely feels like he's kind of dusted off a little bit of tear ice, but I think he's going to pull right on through. Once he gets into the thick of things, I'm sure we're going to see his consistency jump up and skyrocket. Gill, on the other hand, staying very consistent. His movement, maybe not the greatest, but he's still maintaining good average pace. So I think he and ptoil here are going to stay neck and neck. I mean, I think ptoil or Gill may fall behind, but I think the other is going to be able to keep up good pace.
Play the early croc route. Which this fight's a little bit more RNG heavy here. when you don't have that full beam combo that can that takes them out in one shot. But once again, here we are, 18 minutes in, and we are an item fanfare separation.
So, chat, I'm going to ask you the question Sephi asked me earlier today. What is your favorite item in Super Metroid? Goes to you as well, Vincent. What is your favorite item in Super Metroid?
I think mine is speed.
Speed
Because of the number of tricks and things that it allows that no other item in the game gives you. Like just the movement that it opens up.
Absolutely. I can get behind that. I've explained mine in the past. It's a pretty good one. Gil having a bit of a struggle. His health was already topped up, and most of his munitions were topped up as well. So getting that jump, relying on the enemies to stay dead, it's a little harder when you're a little full on stuff. Giving ptoil kind of back that edge he needed to make up a little bit of ground. It's still been very, 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 very close. So it can still go either way. Ooh, gravity suit. I see that I had 11. Very nice. Speed booster. However, how the game was, it was revolutionary. I agree on that one. Just like what Vincent was saying, it opens up a lot of cool tech, and it looks freaking sweet. Oh, and shine sparking. Yep. Speed booster.
Yeah, shine sparking's amazing, and when you can hit short charges that allow for you to shine spark in areas that you shouldn't have been able to, but that tech allows it. So it's a pretty special item. Now,
absolutely.
One of the funnest, I think, is Spring Ball, but
you can do a lot with Spring Ball.
Like Suitless Meridia and all the randomizers.
Oh yes. Because sometimes you just need a little bit of spring back in your life, and sometimes you need it in ball form.
Little spring in your step.
Exactly. In this case, a little spring in our roll, I guess.
One of my
Beetle. Oh, go ahead.
One of my favorite tricks that really is, it happens more in 100% than other categories, is if people can pull off the spring ball baby skip.
Ah, yes. That's cool.
Yeah, it's such a.
I agree with Reaper there.
Yes, Reaper. That's kind of my same thought. Speed boost for the mechanics, spring ball for the fun. Both items allow you to get over moat easy.
Absolutely. As much as we all love practicing CWJs, I'm pretty sure a majority of us do not.
Like I was trying to run low percent, and the CWJ is definitely my my entry level of I can't do this. So it took me a long time to CWJ. So
same here. Also, taking a quick note, ptoil, his clean movement, it looks like he's finally gotten that morning dust out of his eyes. It looks like he is really pulling out all the stops here and made a significant lead against Gil here.
Yeah, he's a few rooms ahead at this point. It's going to take, again, we're about to head to the great equalizer in time, however, when we get up there into wreck ship and hit Fantoon.
Also a good one. And thank you, Youthful Porpoise, for putting that in there. If you haven't already, if you like what you're seeing, because I sure as heck am, even with a little bit of the struggle, be totally giving Gil back some leeway here. Give these good runners a good follow. Twitch.tv at gill42 and Twitch.tv at ptoil. And a good shout out to my co-commentator here, Vincent. I don't know. I believe you said this is your first time commentating.
First time commentating. I stream, but first time commentating is something I hope to do more of.
Absolutely, yes. It sounds like you're a natural, so it's good to have you. Good to have you here, and I've definitely give him a follow on his Twitch. He may not stream often as he says, but with a voice like that, you can make butter look difficultly hard. You make it look, you're so smooth.
Well, that's the goal. Plus, I have a really expensive mic, so that helps.
Also true. And Gil coming right back up with that speed, by the way. Absolutely just staying right on ptoil's tail, not giving him a chance to breathe either. Sorry for cutting you off there.
No, it's good. It's good movement again, making a difference. And ptoil's had a couple of struggles with, like that not getting clean up. Red Tower obviously made a big difference there.
Right.
Oh, see, there's a trick ptoil just did thanks to Speed Booster that and Gil's doing it too. Like. Oh, not only does it let you move fast, but it lets you kill things too. Like Reaper, I've had quite a bit of fun with rando runs, but this is the category I'm actually working on trying to play myself.
I think you're going to do wonderful.
I think one of the biggest challenges the first time you play this game is whether or not you can get out of Alcatraz clean. Like that's the first big learning curve moment is how do I get out of Alcatraz clean?
Oh yeah, especially when you're one of the newer runners, it can definitely pose some interesting challenges. But as you get through it, you'll start to learn the strategies more. You'll go through crocomai.re and look at all the strat databases, and you'll get the hang of things pretty quick. It's nice seeing a lot of new and upcoming runners just really making the mastery of skills that's taken some of us veterans a long time and just making it look easy. I love this community for that reason.
Oh, for sure. And I've been watching watching the community for about a year. I've got a couple of the streamers in particular that I follow quite often. Really my involvement in watching the community came from watching a video from SGDQ and remembering this game as one of my favorites. So when I was like, hey, people are running this on Twitch. Oh, look at this. We are really close. Gil is right on ptoil's heels right now.
Absolutely. He's been making up some good ground. So it's going to be a fight for both runners to keep their pace. And like you've been hyped for, it looks like it's time for the Good Green Ghost. Ooh, and ptoil not getting...
Gil got it. So they are entering Fanny at the same time. Here we go.
Ooh.
Let's hope for the illusion. We'll never see the fast. Let's see if we get it. Come on.
Who gets the fast, who gets the slow, and who gets the mid-slow? Ooh.
At the very least, I hope both runners get through clean. Okay. No fast pattern to start.
Oh, double slows on screen.
Man.
That's brutal.
Gil going for both of them going for the X Factor strat. Okay.
Fast.
Looks like Gil got the mid and Toil got the slow. But Gil's gonna... Toil gets the 2-round kill though. All right. Oh, look at this. We are still probably within a door transition right now.
I'm telling you, I love having these close runners with times that are just nearly identical. It is always worth it. ptoil a little lower on his health, but man, his ammo count, both ammo counts look good. But ptoil's little health is going to make it a little tricky to get through the spiky room of Lips, Tears, and Dreams.
Yes. Yeah, I was watching one of the last runs, and the spiky room definitely dropped one of the runners off real quick, and someone else got to hop in because they opened up another streamer's stream. It was RIP stream. Oh, ptoil's movement made a difference again. These guys are so close. This is phenomenal.
Absolutely. ptoil has just been one of these guys in the communities where he does not back down from a fight, and he just runs in and just gives it hell. So once he gets his dust back off of him, man, he is a sight to behold and a man to be feared. That's for sure.
Well, this is great. And it's you've got the tiers of runners, and you know who we know who the guys that are sitting in the top 4 in times in this, but the guys, in that next tier, there's still some great runners making some great things happen, and it's enjoyable to watch these guys, go through this game. That's easily one of the hardest to speedrun.
Absolutely. Ooh, the D-boost there from Gill. That was classy, keeping up with that.
Nice.
And
And
ptoil's just a beast, man. Gotta love it. Gill is giving him a run for his money, though. I'll give you that.
well, look at this. We're back at door transition again. Like we are so close.
I'm very excited. I'm so glad I got to come up for this race. Let me tell you. Ooh, boy.
So I watch a lot of the runners I watch do the early Fantoon. So I forgot looking at this. I'm like, oh, are they going to get this bomb jump? Nope, they both have grapples. So that room is a lot easier with that grapple hook.
Absolutely. And Gil it seems Gil's more apt to use his grappling beam for some extra, so we'll see. Ooh, not getting that first jump on Spike Room of Death, that's going to cost him a little bit of speed. Oh, but going for another classy D-boost to try and make up for it.
Okay,
Loving
so
that. Good recovery.
We're close. We're just one room behind. That's not even that big of a deal with the way these runners have been running. It's really close.
Absolutely. And Maniacal even made mention here in the chat saying, quote, I swear every match I've watched in this tourney has looked like this. Pretty sick. I agree. Seems like every single matching pair up is just, for these starting rounds, man, they are just gold. Every single match is.
Ptoil with a nice strat there of going with the D-boost through the Shine Spark through the room to clear everything out. Got him a little bit more ahead here.
Ooh, Ptoil going for the good damaging Kago strat, and Gil getting it too. Double. Oh my
look at this.
Gosh.
Look at this. Look how close we are. This is wow. These runners are putting on a show for us tonight.
Absolutely. That early game is just, kind of standard, kind of casual, but man, ooh boy.
This is on when it matters.
Absolutely. They must know, because each of one of them has made a fair amount of small mistakes in the beginning, so each one of them has to feel like they're a little bit behind the other.
Oh, I'm sure they're when they get to if they're still this close when we get to Mother Brain, they're both going to be worried about seeing that dot done early.
Missed shot by the Gill. Double miss. That is. Might as well go for the Shine Spark. He's got the energy and he's got some reserves, so it may be in his interest to go for the Spark here. Ooh, he's losing some precious time.
All right.
There he goes.
Again, everyone, if you haven't taken the opportunity yet, make sure you give these runners a follow. They work hard to put on a show for us and to be prepared to run these races.
Absolutely.
Gil.
And the fact that it's late is oof.
Gil had a second there to type into chat.
Hey. Aw, love you too, Gil. I love both the runners. They're just generally awesome people, generally fantastic in the community.
And now Ptoil gets the longest break you get in the entire run.
Good old Chozo statue going for his bowling run, then realizing this game isn't about him, so it's just like, oh yeah, I should put her down and let her resume her business. Well, this is awkward. One day we'll get someone in the Metroid hacking community to give us the game we deserve, which is the Chozo statue game, where we use a Chozo statue to do all the work. The real wins. Yeah, good time saves with a dash across. Oh man. P12 pulling back up ahead. That clean movement and Gill missing those couple of jumps gave P12 a little bit of an edge here, but it looks like if Gill can pull it off, he can probably get some of that time back, but it's going to be hard to be beating P12, who's really upped his ante and got his game on point.
Now he's got that gravity. Of course, anyone who watched the race earlier this year got to see a runner actually run right over gravity. Just had a really bad moment of RNG.
Oh yeah, that wrong frame of animation can really do you fun. Also the ptoil mango, or mayo, I love it. Gill getting his gravity suit. It's gonna make him feel a lot safer. No more spiky rooms of death, no more other items to get. So at this point, even though they have relatively low health, not a big worry. They got gravity suit, they got good damage protection. So I'd say at this point, they're not at risk of any dying in the game. At this point, it comes all down to performance and technicals. Movement, all
Just
that,
making sure,
remembering where the items. Exactly.
Oh, ptoil's opting for a ship refill here. You know,
probably not a bad decision.
I wonder if he's looking at, you know, going to use that Shine Spark to get into Gauntlet. I wonder if he is using that to make sure he's got more than enough energy.
Yeah, because he doesn't exactly know where his reserves stand. He hasn't really paused and taken a really good gander at that. And his health was, I'll buy, a bit low to be able to make it across the room all the way. So probably has a good safety guard to keep his health good. It was a good idea for him. And Gill opting to go ahead and use his reserve tanks. It looks like he's been keeping good track of his health, and he's got plenty of energy to make it across and not have to do a ship refill. So that ship refill may actually hurt Gill a little bit in terms of time, but I think he'll still be all right.
I love this trick. I absolutely love this moment. The designers not writing the way they did and allowing a wave to shut that off and allowing the Shine Spark all the way through.
It's a lot of people's fan favorite move of the game here, getting this wraparound shot.
Gill struggling a little bit on getting this shot. And obviously you can hear that that sound when you get it.
Indeed.
So hit a did he hit the famous move? Because I was watching Gill at that moment.
The wrap around shot.
No, that's not the move they're talking about. They're talking about the the move that you get on the backside of Gauntlet here.
Oh man, that move! Wow, I cannot remember.
I know the name of the move, but chat's trying to get us to say it.
Well, it's a good move nonetheless. I'll keep it G in here.
Yes. It's definitely an impressive move I remember watching SGDQ when Shiny Zenny actually hit it back to back when he had a little snafu in Gauntlet. That was pretty where both runners did not have that issue. They both got their missiles in the crumbling blocks. Asher, really, that's oh man.
Good times. Now to kind of jump back into our commentary here, it looks like ptoil's really been pulling out some good ground here with Gill a pretty good margin behind now. I'd say ptoil's movements have been just nothing short of just sharp, clear, and concise.
Yeah,
several rooms ahead at this point and good to get some items.
Yeah, but a couple of things, like I just watched Gill. He, you know, he's got Moonfall happen in some of the areas. He missed it on this one, but he's still got some decent movement going on, so hopefully he'll be able to make up some ground here.
I hope so too. He's keeping up good pace, but man, if he keeps any more just slight movement errors, those are like you've seen in the past. They're going to slowly start on you. They will
Yep.
slowly start peaking back up because every little inefficient when you're racing to get someone as good as ptoil, it matters in the long run.
Right, like ptoil there just had a little bit of an issue getting that mock ball coming out of the power bomb collection there. So we'll see if he see if Gill can get that.
Indeed. I also love that ptoil did that corner shine spark there rather than opting for the wall jump. Just loving that little bit of swag, a little bit of flair there.
I don't know how much time that saves, but I know that is definitely a time save, having that shine spark ready to go.
Absolutely.
Toil did not get Mission Impossible.
Yeah, once that crumbles back up, Mission Impossible it's a tight trick. So being able to come up and grab that and get back out of there is one of the good places to know of just where your skill really is at.
Yeah, it's a really tough trick to hit for sure.
Absolutely it is.
Gill having a little bit of issue here getting through this room. Gill's going to opt for the wall jump.
Good wall jump and a good power bomb at that. Well placed. That was kind of close to the pit. You were right, Azure. That was pretty close to the pit. Let's see. Will Gill get Mission Impossible? Does he got it in him?
Setup's there.
It's not looking like it.
No. Yep. Okay. Little low. Our boss that we never see in poor Spospo. Yeah, some of Toil's movement here, like hitting that mock ball there. He's got some of the advanced movement. Definitely in his hands. It's just all about is someone mentioned earlier. It's all about that consistency.
Absolutely, it is. Without that consistency, it's really hard to tie together a good run. So you can definitely tell ptoil is really in his element. His mid and late game looking absolutely keen.
It's the waterway tank. Now we're gonna finish cleaning up Bryn and heading to everyone's favorite part of the game. Gill gets that Spospo missile.
The good old Spospo missile. We could officially get a wave goodbye to good old DLC boss. Ooh, and Gill making that mock ball look cheesy easy. Love it.
Both these runners have some, have shown moments of extremely high level movement.
Indeed. Keeping with their really good times and paces from what they've been able to practice, I would imagine. Ooh, Gill with a little bit of a missile there, and his missile count's looking a little on the sparse side. Hopefully he can get a good couple of drops on his way as he gets his way back to Meridia.
I would agree with the Bogart games there. Pistol looks... Yep.
ptoil does look a lot smoother and graceful in his movement, and Gill's more deliberate. So Gill seems to... I like that. Gill seems to be very focused on his execution, whereas ptoil, it's already natural. He's just fine-tuning it and rehearsing, to whereas Gill is kind of learning and applying. There's a bit of a difference there once you get into different stages of speedrunning. It's one of the few things I think doesn't get talked about enough, is once you get strats practiced, you'll be at Gill's level to where it's just making sure and remembering to put them in a run. And after you do that enough times, enough runs, and get rings really, ground into your hands and your head, then you'll be kind of at ptoil's level to where it's all just calculation. It's all just rehearsing what you know and then just practicing those little finite bits over and over. So definitely something to note. And I think that's where the difference in this race is going to be too, is it's coming down to just the sheer amount of technical practice that comes into it. Nothing against or nothing down to low on Gill at all. It's just you can definitely see ptoil's efforts clearly paying off.
Yeah, for sure. He's put a lot of work to make sure that movement in this mid game is comfortable for him. There's still some hiccups here or there, but it's definitely he has a plan and knows what he's doing in every room. And even if there's a slight miss of execution like that there, he knows what the best strats are, and it's just a matter of that consistency. And we know this game is very unforgiving.
Absolutely. Anyway, so
Gill's having a little bit of a difficult time getting this shine spark up to grab those missiles. This is one of those times that if you can get that short charge, there we go. Now he's got it. All right, excellent.
So what is your favorite location in all of Zebes? I have a couple of personal favorites, and it's a question I kind of ask occasionally to newer runners, but if you had to pick one location on the planet that you just love seeing, love being there, maybe you're not the best at it, but you just visually love it, what would that be?
I think it's actually just being in Meridia because of the music. Because it's very chill. And that's kind of, it's to me. I'm a musician, so music is definitely a big part of the aesthetics of a game. This game has great music across the board, but the Meridia music is, I think, my favorite of the whole game.
I'm actually right up with you there. When I first got to Meridia, when I was first playing this game and getting my good initial run-throughs of it, there are just moments to where I would kind of purposefully take a little bit more time in Meridia just because I really love the music. It kind of just sets you in the mood and just relax. It's just kind of relaxing and very, can't think of the word, just very soothing, just very atmospheric.
Yeah, well, and it's, the arrangers who wrote this, they definitely captured the mood of all the rooms that you're in. So my favorite, however, is my favorite soundtrack in the game has to be Final Fantasy VI, but that's, all right, we've got ptoil in our friendly neighborhood bot wound. Oh, and he gets a first rounder. All right, that's going to be a big test for Gill, and if he can keep that same level of speed, or if that's just going to give ptoil more of a lead.
I think it'll be all right.
Oh, and ptoil gets the full halfie.
Ooh, that's something I haven't seen in any of my commentaries. Full halfie. ptoil making it look buttery smooth. Gotta love seeing it.
He didn't go get business center missiles to start with, which is a little shocker. I have to make sure watch him to grab those afterwards. Precious
missile.
My precious.
The precious missile. That's one of the few items that I think any runner, if they're not thinking too careful, that's easy to miss. Especially when you're just trying to get in and out and you are focused laser line to get to the end. It's very easy to forget that particular missile pack, especially with a couple others.
That and Cathedral.
Yes, Cathedral missiles. That's another good one to easily forget too. Hopefully they won't miss it. The precious business precious center. I can get behind that.
Down goes Dragon.
And is ptoil going to go for a spark?
He
And
got it.
he's got a spark suit.
Get that reverse full half in.
Indeed. What I can say is Gill's execution, while it's not quite as fast and fluid, Gill's execution has been nothing short of tactful, intended, and he can. It's definitely showing he knows his stuff. Oh, that beautiful X Factor by Gill.
Wow, that was a very clean bot wound battle.
That was a clean bot wound takedown. Could not have asked for anything better. That was beautiful.
Okay,
Inside spike suit.
All right. Thank you, Toil. Oh no. Well, he got that, but he lost his shine spark and then in the process. But you know what? He didn't forget the missiles. That's to me that's more important right now.
Gill only getting the halfie, but you know, it happens. Good old high five by the runner here. I always love a little bit of good sportsmanship. Precious missile first. Yeah, that's a good learner right there. Getting those missiles first before ending up chancing losing your spark suit. Good reminder. And ptoil. Oh, ptoil. Oh no, he didn't grab his E-tank. I sure hope he's going to come back up there and grab that, because that is a missed E-tank right there.
Yes. I believe he can get that later, but that's intentional. Okay.
Okay, it is intentional. All right, so I guess it's just, again, I'm still a little bit dusting off some of the newer stuff here in
that's
so it's going to take me a minute.
Yeah, the other runners they do hold off on that one, so that was a purposeful wait on that one.
Gotcha. All
the miss. Oh, Gill got snagged by Dre.
You can D-tank his preference. Got it. That's something to know. Thank you, chat, and thank you, Asher and Tracy. Thank you very much. Gill getting a little bodied on this fight, but he still manages to get some good sparks off even after an initial grab at him. Those scoops sometimes can throw you for a good loop.
Yeah, they make things a little difficult, for sure.
And no, ptoil's not killing Shaq. Thank goodness.
And the second longest wait in the game.
It's a good old coffee break.
I know for a lot of the 100% runners, they've mentioned that this is kind of that time that you just maybe set the controller down for a second, or at the very least, you're just recharging the mind and getting ready for this next part of the run. Which obviously comes some of the most difficult movement required, and that Ridley fight, which can always create a headache. And here comes the fun item.
So let's see. Oh yeah, Shaq Tool. Yeah, I hope we get more Shaq Tool in another Metroid game someday. Shaq Tool is absolutely underrated. Just ask MST, he knows.
Now here's the real question. Do you think there's a chance that either one of these runners will save the animals just for the memes?
I doubt it. When you're running at when you're running at this high of a level, especially in a race setting where there's good money, like you see that prize pool in your upper right hand corner of your screen. That's $2,250 distributed amongst the top 8. I'd say it's worth letting some of the animals go ahead and have a little goodbye. I mean, maybe if you mentally like somehow know you are a good lead ahead of your opponent, or if you're just feeling down, maybe you could. But with this kind of money on the line, I would assume they're going to try and go for Glot here.
No, this is a great prize pool. I know quite a few people donated to this, and that's outstanding. I'm glad it's I'm glad the community came together to make it really worth these runners' time to compete in this, and that they're going to get some get some dollars out of this. It's phenomenal to see the way the community treats each other.
Absolutely, and how we can all kind of come together, especially at this time where the thing that shall not be named has been wreaking havoc across the world in our economy. So definitely this gracious prize pool from many good, generous donors has been nothing short of really kind, to say the least. So to any of those donors who know who you are, if you're watching any of these tournaments, thank you for making a difference in the community.
Or announcing them. Absolutely.
And our second spring ball is on the screen. Boing, 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 boing. That's also one of my third favorite items of the game. And I fell in love with it thanks to fellow runner and community member Cross Product and his ingenious puzzle hack.
Nice. Well, hacks definitely, that's a time.
Or, excuse me, just the puzzle challenge. Pardon my.
The puzzle challenge. Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's out there yet. Youthful Porpoise. I don't know if the split is out there, but I've seen it. I don't know if it's posted publicly.
All right. Looks like ptoil is just finishing up his cleanup here. He's got just a little bit left. Got his left side sandpit to clean up, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's out of there. He did collect that e-tank, so again, thank you for, thank you, Tracy and Asher, and you, Vincent, as well, for correcting me on that. I'm a little bit out of the know on some of these strats here.
Gill's got his plasma, and
making it
that
through.
room fairly clean. Yep.
Oh, thank you, Tracy. Good information for the future, for future commentary, and for Jimmy as well. Top place is $1,000, with second being 500, third being 300, fourth being 150, and for top four, and then for the 5 through 8, it is $75. Thank you very much, Tracy.
Yeah, that's a big first and second prize. That's outstanding for the runners who get to well, just for anyone. That's great to get that payoff reward for playing just one of the, in my opinion, one of the best games that exists.
What's in the Discord announcements? Right. I'll take a better look at that. Thank you very much. Little late night for Palmy, so my brain is on the verge.
I knew it was there. I just didn't know if it was public information yet.
Gotcha.
All right, and Gil grabs his e-tank. That return trip for this missile back around crate area. And now we head down, and ptoil will be facing our friendly neighborhood Ridley.
Ah, yes, the good old red space pelican. Does that mean Ridley lays eggs?
Well, Ridley's definitely... I would expect Ridley's a reptile, so yes.
That is a thought topic I have never thought about. Anyway.
This is what happens when you're casting at midnight.
Absolutely. Oh, he's got clones. That's also very true. He just always seems to exist in every Metroid game, no matter how many times Samus, goes ahead and sends him off to another dimension. He just always comes back.
Ptoil gets that wonderful ice beam, which some runners collect early in the 100% route. This route definitely gets late ice. That makes that those that take that route obviously have a little bit easier time getting up Red Tower to go to Fantoon. That's a great thing about this, though, is there's so many options that you can take your run, and you don't have to follow any one plan.
Absolutely. Having that kind of routing option available just is really nice, especially since you're not locked into just one singular path all the time. Having that bit of variance both in your speed, your execution, and your decisions, I think it's what makes Super Metroid just a fantastic game, especially 100% category, to where it's more drawn out by nature, just having to collect everything, and so that extenuates itself or makes itself very apparent as the run goes on.
Oh, for
So,
sure, and just the cleanliness in your run, it's a little bit more forgiving of a category, but your clarity and movement definitely makes a huge difference in how long it takes you to get through this run. I mean, you watch some of the if you watch the guys that are trying to break that world record on a consistent basis, even one bad room can make a huge difference.
absolutely, because when you get really top tier, those frames, every frame really matters. Ridley lazy. Ridley Bunny, the Easter Bunny. There's a nightmare fuel for you.
Yes.
It's nice to see, by the way, Gil has, I don't think it's Gil's loss, but I think ptoil is just really honed down on each room and his execution so well that he is really ahead. Because you can see Gil is really taking a good liking to his his movement execution, being as tactful as he can, getting everything down. But ptoil, I think, finally all the dust out of his eye, and his late game is really, really taking off, and he's gained a considerable amount of time.
ptoil, my heart was racing there as he took the spring ball approach to get across those blocks. Oof. we have seen runners miss that one. That even was. That can certainly cut into your time if you miss that.
Oh, Gil with the good recovery on that missile. Sometimes that chroma block will accidentally kind of throw you down if you're not paying close attention. So I'm glad he was able to recover and get that crumble jump to get back.
Typically you'll see people take the space jump across there rather than the spring ball.
Indeed.
Oh, Gil with a nice movement of carrying that speed all the way through that room. There's plenty of times his movement looks like it's very deliberate, but he's got some of that high level movement in some of those areas.
Absolutely. Like Asger was saying earlier, he's just got it down. He's got it down to a pretty good science. It's just slowly getting it ingrained and polishing that up. So he's definitely got the great inner machinations of a top tier runner. So I'm looking forward to seeing all these runners that we're seeing on screen today. I'm looking forward to seeing all of them continue to improve. Like, this is, I mean, we're at 1 hour and 2, and we're getting pretty close to the end of our game. Like, we're going to easily be seeing a sub 130 today, and it's just a pleasure to see these tight times.
Well, yeah, I mean, even just watching within the last year, the progression of time it's the fact that going into the year, the number of runners who actually ran a 114 was just one, and now multiple runners have run that time. It's pretty incredible that that's more strategies are being figured out. Movement's getting more consistent in a lot of the top runners. It's amazing watching what's happened with this game, even in just the last year.
Absolutely. So Shadows, speaking of good plane play, I guess I'll go ahead and go throw this plug out there once again, just in case you've just got here and are just tuning in. Go ahead and give these runners a follow if you haven't already. ptoil and gill42, they are putting on a good show. They're putting all the stops. They're pulling out all the stops and just making a fantastic game. Even for it being late night, we're all tired. We're all ready to call it a night, but they're out here giving it their all. Always an absolute pleasure.
Oh, for sure. This is, for me, the time doesn't even matter because this game is interesting and fun enough to just watch.
Absolutely. Even as a kid, I would always find a way to go ahead and stay up all night to play this game.
ptoil just had a really good Space Pirates fight there.
He did.
And we're heading on to our favorite egg-laying reptile.
The new inside joke that'll never die. Love it.
Someone needs to do a palette swap on Ridley to make him into like a colorful Easter bunny.
I don't know if that's possible. That would look interesting. Speaking of Ridley, full beam combo is going to make this fight nice and easy for ptoil here. He's got plenty of supers to throw at him and 20 combo shots with his plasma, ice, wave, and charge is going to make quick work of our colored friend here. Oh, that was not.
No, Papa Schmo just said do a palette swap with Birdo.
No, that's what I call bird up.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this fight in 100% is definitely a lot easier than in the other categories. Way less issue because you've got that full beam combo, so your amount of time spent in the fight is way shorter.
Ooh, Gil not getting off his space jump before getting through that door transition. That feels.
I hate that room.
Especially because you think you got a little bit more run to or time to jump, but once you're in that door transition, if you hadn't pressed your button, it's the worst feeling ever.
Yep. Oh, for sure. So ptoil is out of Ridley, and it's gonna get out of Loader Norfair here, and gonna head to good old G4.
Well, he's still got a little bit of cleanup to do. He still has an X-ray visor to go get, some E-tanks to grab, and a bit of Blue Brinstar to wrap up before calling it a good day to make sure he gets his full 100%.
Yep, definitely. I think looking at the time, he's definitely going to have that sub 130.
I don't know. I'd have to ask the better experts than I am because I'm still absolutely rusty as a commentator and player. But if my eyes don't deceive me, I'm thinking we're going to potentially see a sub 125 here. Maybe.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see where he is compared to his PB pace splits, but ptoil's definitely having a very good race run, which for anyone who you watch some of these runners when they're running alone and they're running against their PB times, the pressure and the situation, it's definitely different than when you get into a race. Someone in chat just said it looks like ptoil is on like a 124 pace, which would put him pretty close. PB. Yeah, well, it's pretty close to his actual PB, so I'm guessing it's probably a race PB or very close to it.
That would be nice. And Gil's got Ridley down, so.
All right.
Not horrendously far behind, but with the amount of items he still has to pick up, that's a pretty significant distance, but not too bad. It was all those little movements and infractions have really begun to compound now that the race has gone on long enough.
Definitely the nice thing about this category is a lot of the a lot of the things that are a little bit scarier in some of the other categories are never an issue here. Like you're on the back end of this run where you have so much health, you have so much ammo, where in like an any percent or a low percent, even this Norfair escape can be, this room in particular can be terrifying. But in 100%, just whatever. I've got full beam camo. I've got both suits. I've got all this ammo. I'm good.
You got all the E-tanks for days, and you can make yourself a nice, happy home.
It says Firefly's E-tank.
And ptoil making this little reserve room just look cheesy. Once you have all this ammo, all this speed, these are just cream. It's just the cleanup now. We're into the fullness of the end here, and it is just a race to the G4 and getting your cleanup. It's looking good.
Yes, his movement's looking pretty solid here, getting towards the end. And I've actually took a timestamp on ptoil on an item collection, so I'm gonna be able to give us an idea of what our separation is. We're about 1 minute and 21 seconds, or 2 minutes and 21 seconds apart. So, considering where their PBs are, that's pretty close, and it looks like Gill's is actually having a pretty solid run, with their personal best being about 4 minutes apart.
Four minutes. I have to digest that. 4 minutes apart. That is nothing in terms of a race, in both races and actual PBs. 4 minutes is very small.
No, not when you're talking about hour 20-minute plus run. 4 minutes is.
I guess that's true. I guess because you're right. You're right.
No, it's really close. 4 minutes is not really a huge margin. I mean, obviously, when you're talking about running against the world record time, that's a little bit different, but
absolutely. I guess it kind of depends on perspective. Once you really get down to the nitty gritty, every frame matters. That's when 4 minutes seems huge. And when you're just starting out, say, you're at palmy level of, miserable speedrunning. That's when 4 minutes. It's not a whole lot. You can easily go make up 4 minutes just by perfecting execution or just consolidating your movement time. But once you're in top tier, 4 minutes is equally huge, but it's a huge gain for sure. So it kind of works in both ways, if that makes if I'm making any sort of semblance of sense.
Oh no, I get it. It really, when it's getting into this mid tier of the 120 to 130 range, the expectations and the movement and what you're doing is definitely a little, it's going to be different, where when you're talking about running that like sub 116 time, every single room matters way more.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice carry the mock ball through there for ptoil.
I was just about to the grin on my face was just about to just jump right off and jump for joy, because I thought we were about to see a reverse slinky.
I saw one of those not too long ago in someone's PB. That was amazing. So that now they get to run against a reverse slinky.
That would be absolutely enamoring.
It's just one of those things too that when the runner hit it, it was kind of one of those like, well, I just made my life harder.
Oh, was that X-ray intentional? I don't believe that was an intentional X-ray there.
No, that was not intentional. I think that was just a button push of nightmares.
If you haven't given these runners a follow already, chat, by the way, you definitely should do so, because ptoil is just, you can just see every ounce, and especially Gill. Gill has given it his all. He is still keeping a fantastic pace, not letting up, not letting go, and he is pushing right on through, making a lot of some of these difficult trips just look easy. So definitely give him a follow, give him a good shout out, give him some good love.
For sure.
He will never be without a good race.
Now as he is past our Billy Mays room, and we're headed back up to the surface, and just got one more item. No, we got 2 more items to collect. Correct? We've got Klein Supers and 230 missiles.
Flame Supers and 230 missiles. I believe you're correct. Actually, no. There are 2 more missile packs to total get, and the super missile pack. I believe.
Yep. Old
Mother Brain.
Mother Brain. Yep. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, Tree. Hey, Pauline does know a thing or two. I didn't even reach out before she put that. Good to know. Good to know I'm not too tired this evening. I mean, why would I want to be? We're seeing some fantastic races today. Just everything back to back today has just been nothing but pure good stuff.
ptoil got the probably the fastest strat you can get through that room of getting the ice shot as you're running by, and that's hard to get consistent.
Absolutely. A little bit of a bonk. Not bad. Gill coming back and going for his Billy Mays there. And for some of our newest and youngest viewers, why is it called the Billy Mays? Billy Mays has been gone for quite some time, so that reference may slowly get lost to time, but origin of Billy Mays is he was always that guy who could give those great TV ad commercials and propose a product, and just when you thought you were getting a good deal, he would stop and bring out something else.
And say, but wait, there's more!
There's more! Call now!
And in this room, as you'll see, we've got this first missile pack and that hidden pack.
2 missiles for the price of 1 room. I'd say that is a fantastic deal.
So ptoil has 230 missiles, and he is headed to G4 at good old Turian. Same, Toasty. He was a character and a personality that I miss.
His replacement equally as alright, but not quite as memey or as fun. Billy Mays will be missed. One thing we won't be missing is more Super Metroid runs.
So ptoil is at G4. Although I did enjoy the slap chop guy. He was fun.
Yeah. Yes, more SM. Always more SM.
There is never enough SM.
There's never enough SM. If you don't got SM in your day, your diet is a lacking. Because we got some good stuff coming up more tomorrow. In fact, there's a 12:30 race going on right now, which we'll probably give a small raid to if they're still going, between White Mage Becky and Jay Chalk.
Awesome.
We got more stuff coming up tomorrow as well, which I'll announce at the end of the run too.
But wait, there's more. Yay for bonus coverage. Awesome. I would love to go to hop into another race and see a little bit more Super Metroid action tonight.
Absolutely. Also, shout outs to Gil for that good recovery. Got just a little bit of a bump there from one of our little squishy yellow guys, and yeah, and he made it work. He got that little short charge off nice and clean and is getting right on through.
ptoil's going through these Metroid rooms. Then we're gonna get to this last Metroid room. This one's always... I've seen this one give runners fits at times.
Oh yeah.
As we head to our friend, the baby. I will never forget as the child playing this game, watching some of these moments and just being terrified.
You're just like, oh, that thing that just left, it's huge now. Now, are we going to go ahead and tell the baby, no, there's no hugs and kisses? Oh, no!
Ptoil gets caught. Oh, bad baby.
Oh.
Baby says not the mama and grabs ptoil.
But at least you took off one suit a little early on, so that way the damage can be taken quite quickly. That's got her. But
joined. Gill's now at G4, and he's going to be heading through Turian, and it looks like both runners are going to have pretty decent times tonight.
Absolutely. Also, shoutouts to ptoil for facing facing right like a champ.
Yes,
botch that one.
Does make a difference on that energy drain.
Absolutely. Saving those handful of frames when facing the right way is always worth it.
Hey, this game is all about save the frames. I've only ever donated SGDQ to save the frames. Kill the animals every time. And he gets a clean Zebetite skip, so is on to break the glass.
His ammo count is looking pretty solid, but then again, 100%. You got plenty of missiles, plenty of supers. You got what you need. Ooh.
Got one or two missiles as you get into this point, so,
One or two.
So now the question is, once he gets through Mother Brain 2, is he going to go for stand-up glitch?
Likely is, because at 100%, stand-up glitch is definitely going to be your best friend. I don't believe he'll soft lock most. I won't eat my words here. Wait, are we at 220? Oh no! Are we, Asder? Oh no! That is a good question. Did we get to 230 missiles? Oh, Asder with the call out. Oh boy. I don't know, I'm asking. I didn't notice. I don't know if he's filled all of his missiles back up.
I hope that's not the case, but this is also why we wait to this is why we wait until the end credits to check and confirm that a run is 100%.
Oh, out of context with the... Okay, that's good. I didn't see a full 230 yet, so... But what we am seeing, we're sort of seeing Gill with some good hops over here. And commentators, curse strikes again. Every time.
And ptoil does get that stand-up glitch. Just got to make sure you're always in the air at the right time.
Yep, there are two specific spots where the game checks to see if you're on the ground. You have to make sure you're not on those, or y'all might get a little soft lock. We're just stuck in the ground. So, best to avoid those.
Definitely have seen the soft lock happen in runs. I know a couple runners had a couple of issues in the qualifying rounds with soft lock happening on Mother Brain.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, wow, good job. Good damage on.
All right, ptoil is through Mother Brain and now is ready for escape.
And there's Gill with the... Oh, that was something I just saw yesterday. Did you see that? The small zip type skip.
Got it. Okay.
Where it's so easy, you just freeze a thing and just morph on through. Definitely at 2:30. Awesome. Thank you, Tracy. Because I was confused myself, so thank you.
All right. Toil is on that escape. Gets that shine spark up.
Good grabs there.
Toil is in the never moonfall category.
Not as necessary, but as he gets into other runs, he may be.
And get that shine
Bee
spark up climb. Not quite the bee, but...
Oh, no, not quite the bee, just a corner shine.
Yep.
Pardon me, goodness.
It's actually a runner I'm glad to see is back to the game. And a nice race run for ptoil.
Indeed, finishing with an official SRL time of 1:24:25. And believe it or not, at least for SRL, he got a new PB, at least in race PB, by 24 seconds. So congratulations to ptoil.
That's obviously some great practice paying off for ptoil. That's phenomenal to see a race PB. I'm so glad we got to commentate on a race PB. That's great. And Gill's still, like, for his compared to his PB time, he's still having a great race run.
Absolutely.
No, ptoil, race PB. That's phenomenal. Oh, we've already got Among Us emotes happening.
It is good stuff. Loving this race. Gill finishing up with a fantastic Mother Brain fight.
Yep, he's
turning
also
some
got
colors
a successful stand-up. Nice fight, and now he's onto his escape. Are we going to try to get ptoil into chat?
I'll leave it to his call. He was in chat, so I'm sure if he wants to join, he'll join in. If not, that is totally all right.
Gill gets the clean exit of the room, right on 3 on the dot. Take care of that, Palmy.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
there he goes.
Gill gets the Behe Spark. All right.
Apologize about that. Had to refresh my little control page there. Wasn't quite putting itself through. It doesn't look like it's...
And Gill finishes with a... Do you have the official time for him? Look like a 1:27:19.
According to SR, at least the SRL time officially was 1:27:25. So GG. And apologize that it's not coming up as done. I actually have clicked on the button. I thought I was insane, but it's just not wanting to show up on screen for some reason. So ptoil is going to be moving on to the next race and face his opponent off in the rest of this 100% tournament.
Great job to both of our runners tonight. Still, with less than 3 minutes separation. Great runs for both guys. Gill, what was your 100% PB before? see you in the chat.
It'll probably take him a quick minute.
And there it is. There's 100% for ptoil.
Good job, ptoil.
Congratulations. Oh, for sure, Gil. Definitely enjoyed watching you run tonight. Hey, thanks, Toasty. A little bit of plug if we definitely follow these runners. And if you want to give either one of us a follow, that'd be great too. We're just super happy to get the opportunity to do this and watch these racers. This is phenomenal, and this tournament's great. I'm glad to be a part of this.
Same here. If either of you guys want to wait, Gil or ptoil, if you guys would like to join in for a quick interview, we do have plenty of time. If you'd like to go ahead and talk about the race, you're more than welcome to. Sorry about that. I was trying to get the controls to work, and I seem to be having some slight technical issues. I click on the buttons, and they're not wanting to go on through here.
It just seems like tonight's been technology issues for us both, Paul. It's we both had a little bit of audio issues before we got on, so we're glad that the runs went successful, and hey, we got looks like both Gil and ptoil have jumped in. All right, both Gil and ptoil have joined us on the chat, guys. Thanks for a great race. ptoil, congrats on the race PB. That's phenomenal to see. Love seeing PBs of any kind happen. Gil, you had it looks like wait, earlier you said your PB time, and looking at this, it looks like you were pretty close too.
Yeah, I was like 11 seconds off or something.
In a race, that's phenomenal.
It's a good time.
Thank you.
So
That was fantastic.
Any thoughts about how your runs went, guys? Any areas that you think you need to improve in, or any comments about just the race in general or the tournament in general?
I blew up pretty hard in Green Brinstar and Meridia in the early sections. Those like really call out to me as places where I beefed pretty bad.
Yeah, it seems watching a lot of runners that middle game area of running through there, that can be definitely a big time save or a time loss depending on how your movement's going that day.
Yeah, it really is. Mess up one thing and it directly bleeds into everything else.
Oh, it definitely can have a cascading effect, because even in your mind then it's like, oh well, I just blew that. So our psyche can attack us as we're running.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, sure. I know I fell in a few Vile Plumes on the way up Red Tower.
Yeah, Red Tower for one of you guys was a bit of a struggle there, but
Yeah,
then
I was
again,
struggling
it seems
to
like you guys are a little
climb
tired. Is it just the late night rush, or for I guess for some people it's early morning maybe?
I don't know. Red Towers just can be really annoying sometimes,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially that trying to get up Red Tower without the ice beam, it can be a nightmare sometimes. Yeah, I saw you. It took you a few shots, but it seemed like after that you kind of settled down, and the rest of the run looked really. It looked like you had a lot of consistency after that.
Yeah, I think run went well. I'm happy with how I performed.
I think I am too. You guys did a fantastic
Yeah.
job overall. Just
It was a good race.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you.
Less than 3 minute difference in in an hour, almost hour and a half run. That's phenomenal to see. And obviously, thank you for the tournament sponsors for putting this on. It's great to see, especially in this time when we don't get a lot of normal activities, to see races like this happening more often and more opportunities for you guys to come out and really entertain all of us. It's wonderful to watch you guys.
Thank you.
Of course,
Thanks.
thank you guys. Yeah, if you guys are good to go and ready to probably head off to bed, we can go ahead and close this out and maybe give one of our sister channels who is also hosting another Super Metroid race, and we can go give them a nice little quick raid. And if you guys want to see some more Metroid, be sure to give these runners a follow and give my good co-host, if you're Vincent, a good follow on his Twitch as well. It's always nice having you on here. And
Again, thanks for everyone. First time commentating. This is a blast. This is something I definitely want to do again. Paul, it's been fun streaming with you, Gil and ptoil. Again, thanks for great runs tonight.
No problem.
Yep. No problem. Thanks.
All
all right, you
let's
guys have a fantastic night, and we will see you guys in the next race. Take it easy, everyone.
Take it easy.
I know.